Hi, I'm Michael Westgate. Thank you for joining me. I've helped people with chronic pain for over 2 decades. I aim to help you say goodbye to pain and hello to a fully lived life. What I want to work on today is at least start a process of building the capacity to be with difficult feelings, especially for those who are dealing with chronic pain. The purpose of these sessions is to offer support and guidance, to have further education about how to overcome chronic issues and chronic pain, and also to remind you that often working towards these solutions is a lot easier when done with others. Humans are social creatures, and sometimes, and most often actually, we can't go in certain places within ourselves without others holding space for us. To begin with, we're going to do a body scan meditation for 10 minutes, and then we're going to review certain somatic exercises for grounding. And part of why we're doing this is so we can be present. But the other reason is these are actually tools that are useful on the journey of going into that place that's hard, those feelings that are hard to be with. And I feel like they're necessary tools to go on this journey. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. We're going to do a 10-minute body scan meditation. Settle in. And here we go. To begin, find somewhere comfortable to sit. It's essential that you feel safe and that you will not be interrupted. Let other people know you need privacy, and for the next 15 minutes, you should not be disturbed. Silence your computer and phone messages. This exercise aims to sharpen your awareness, moment to moment, of the connection between your thoughts, feelings, and body sensations. Practice developing your felt sense of your body. Do your best to feel your body rather than creating mental images with your mind. Let's ease into the meditation by becoming aware of your contact points to the chair and the ground. Notice the pressure on your buttocks and thighs. Next, feel the contact of your arms, hands, and feet. Let the sensation of sitting anchor you in your body. Take some deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Be mindful of the sensations of breathing. Now gently close your eyes and bring your awareness to the top of your head. Slowly scan down to your forehead. And then to your face. If you notice your jaw clenched, relax it fully. It's normal to have thoughts come up during this exercise. When this happens, gently bring your focus back to your breath and back to the body. Bring your awareness down to your throat and be aware of the sensations. Next, bring your awareness to your right shoulder. Bring your focus down the right upper arm. To the right elbow. To your forearm. And to your right hand. Next, bring your awareness to your left shoulder. Bring your focus down the left upper arm. To your elbow. To your forearm. And to your left hand. Next, transition your attention to your chest. Slowly scan your chest down to your solar plexus and rest your awareness on your stomach. Bring your focus to your right hip. Down the right upper leg to the knee. To your lower leg. And to your right foot. Next, bring your focus to your left hip. Down the left upper leg. To the knee. To your lower leg. And to your left foot. Come back to your awareness of your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. When you get distracted, gently bring your focus back to the exercise. Observe your thoughts, feelings, and body sensations, but don't try to control them. Just allow the thoughts, feelings, and sensations to be. Notice if you have any resistance to this exercise. Resistance may be an urge to space out, a desire to stop the exercise, or a judgment about what you are experiencing. Resistance to body awareness often creates conflict between your body and conscious mind. It can be challenging being with your thoughts, feelings, and body sensations without getting caught up in them. But the more you practice, the easier it is to remain present. Breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. Feel the sensation of your ribs expanding. Be aware of the sensation of your breath passing through your nose and into your lungs. On your out-breath, become aware of the sensations of the air exiting your lungs and out through your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes and allow yourself to gradually orient to your surroundings. The purpose of a body scan meditation, partly, and especially in this context, is we're trying to get you back in your body. And the reason that's so important is because when we go through shocks and traumas and overwhelms, what happens is our body is actually disconnected from our conscious mind. There's a fragmentation that happens. So you really can't get anything done unless you start to heal that relationship and to kind of bring this awareness of what the body is trying to tell you to your consciousness to some degree. So this is one, body scan meditation is one tool. Now we're going to review a few others. And one of the reasons I want to review them is because once we go through the explanation and then we go deeper into the deeper exercises, I want you to have tools at hand, just in case something comes up that's hard. And I'm not asking you to, we're not going to try to dive into the most darkest depths of your psyche today. Unless that happens, and that's fine. But the point is to build skills. And you need tools for the journey. So another concept that I've talked about a lot is, and it's also in the videos on my website and on YouTube, are pendulation exercises. So this is the work of Dr. Peter Levine, and it's exactly what it sounds, is that there's this rhythm to life, right? There's the beat of the heart, there's the night and day rhythm, life and death, the way that the earth rotates around the sun in a certain cycle. And that is embedded within our nervous system as well. And part of that rhythm is going from places of high activity to lower activity, or even from places of safety to places of threat. But the dysfunction we're trying to solve is when our nervous system gets stuck in a spot. We don't want that. We want a flow. So we're trying to reestablish a flow. So one of the pendulation exercises that I've gone through before, and we're going to review it here, is pendulation between body sensations that are pleasant to ones that are not, or settled or safe or even neutral to ones that are challenging. So let's do that. We already did body scans, so now let's just kind of sit and let's just do a kind of a semi-quick scan. We're going to start at the feet. Just be aware of how your feet feel. And then let's just kind of slowly scan up, ankles, lower leg, front, back, lower leg, knees dimensionally, thighs, kind of let's go up the thighs, Be aware of your pelvic area, buttocks, even pressure. Like again, like in the body scan, what's the pressure feel like? Let's come up into the abdominal, also the low back area that's behind that. Come up the torso, kind of dimensionally, right? So working our way up to the chest, and we can go, face, head, back of head, upper neck, shoulders. Let's scan down the right arm to the hand, and then we can scan down the left arm to the hand. And now kind of sit with yourself and say, is there any part of my body that feels decent, at least, if not good? Usually, by the way, it's usually the extremities, meaning the limbs, that feel less challenged, typically. But that's not always true, but it usually is. So you choose a spot that feels like rest or ease to you. And let's get familiar with that. And let's, take, as you breathe in, be aware of it. And as you breathe out, kind of just let your focus go spread out and be diffuse. And then breathe in and be aware of it. And then breathe out and let it kind of go. And as we do this, notice if the sensation in that area shifts at all. You're not trying to make it do that, you're just observing. And then eventually, once you feel like you have the capacity, let's focus on a part of your body that doesn't feel so great. Could be tense, hot, tingly. It could feel dense, like there's something stuck in it. And let's see if we can spend a moment with that place. Again, you're going to breathe in and be aware of it. Breathe out, try to let it go, meaning the focus. Breathe in, be aware of it. Breathe out, let it go. And notice while you're doing this, does that change at all in any way? And then if especially you're feeling a little uncomfortable being that close to that feeling, let's go back to the place of ease. Let's be with that for a minute. Breathe in, be aware of it. Breathe out, kind of just diffuse focus. And then if you're ready and at your own pace, you can go back to the place of challenge. And again, you're going to be with it when you breathe in and kind of let it go, your focus when you breathe out. And then you're coming back in again to focus as you breathe in. And then kind of diffuse focus when you breathe out. And if you feel so inclined, let's go back to the place of ease and be aware of that. Breathe in, be aware of that. Breathe out, let it go. Now, just take a minute to pause and kind of be aware of your body as a whole, but especially those two spots. And does anything shift? And this isn't a grade, right? If it did, it's fine. If it didn't, it's fine too. This exercise will be helpful if you feel yourself feeling unsettled or stuck in some way, anxious, angry, all those things. It tends to smooth out your energy and make things feel more connected. Now, another pendulation exercise that is the same idea, but it's kind of a different tool, is memories. So let's do that one now. So I want you to think of a memory from a time when you felt resourced, grounded. I don't know if happy is the exact word, but just safe. And I want you to remember as many sensory details as possible. So let's say, I'll just give you an example. Let's say it was swimming in the river. So you could recall the feel of the sun on your skin, the sense of the wind blowing across your hair, the feel of your feet when you step into the sandy banks and the cool water starts to surround your ankles. That's just an example. How does your body feel in response to that? What's your sense of life in that place? So let's spend some time being with that memory and seeing if as rich as you can evoke in yourself that memory. Okay, now I want you to recall a memory that was very unpleasant and overwhelming. It could be a present one, actually. It could be something from your past that has bugged you for years. I don't want you to choose the gnarliest, most challenging one. Let's try something in the middle, maybe. Yeah, or middle to low. And again, you're going to put yourself in a sensory place, remembering what it felt like, what it smelled like, what it sounded like to be in that place. And of course, what it felt like means what did your body sensations feel like in that place? And again, you're going to be with that as much as you can. And you can also use that breath pattern we use with the body, which you can breathe in to be aware and breathe out to let it kind of diffuse your focus if necessary, or you can just breathe and be with it. And as you're with this unpleasant memory, as soon as it starts feeling really too much, let's go back to that place that you visited before. And feel free to go back and forth between them as you're guided to by your own sense of things. Let's do that just for about a minute. All right. So try to come out of that gently, and let's review just a few more things. There are other grounding exercises that Peter Levine talks about, and I want to go through two of them before we go on. So one is when you're standing. So feel free to stand if you're so inclined. So with this one, you've got your feet, both feet on the floor evenly. And you start by just feeling your feet on the ground, how they spread out, how your weight kind of distributes from your feet up your body as best you can. So you're with that sensation of the weight of your body. It's concentrated on the feet. And then when you feel ready, you're going to shift your weight slightly to one side, almost imperceptibly. So it's not dramatic. It's just very subtle, almost like someone that was watching you would barely notice. And then shift it very slowly to the other side. And then find your own rhythm, because there's no right or wrong way. It's just your own sense, what feels right to you. And as that weight shifts back and forth, notice how it changes the sensations in your body, your sense of space or time, or even of yourself. And just allow yourself to go back and forth gently at your own pace. Okay. And again, if you feel unsettled, this is an exercise that tends to get you back in your body and gets in touch with your relationship to the world instead of in your head. Go back and forth gently at your own pace. Okay, then go ahead and settle kind of even feet on both sides. Now, this one is another sort of mirroring of the pendulation of life. And in this one, let's just say you're having a day where you're feeling kind of down, or even during these exercises. So rather than fighting the sense of being dragged down by something heavy, so let's see if we can evoke that. So let's bring back that heavy memory, or challenge, as I call it, would be, but the challenging memory. Let's bring it up right now. And let's have it in your body. Where are you? You're in this difficult place. And allow yourself to be dragged down by it. So you're going to let yourself sag down to the ground. The gravity gets heavier and you can't help it. You're like, oh God, I'm just, down to the underworld. And then now that we're down there, feel the strength in your legs and your feet. And see if you can kind of evoke this sense of almost rebounding from that underworld and have it gradually come up. And once you come up, feel that energy lift your arms up to the sky, and you can even tilt your head back, kind of like a yoga sun salutation move, stretching your body up into the heavens to your positive memory, so to speak, or your uplifting memory. And once you've reached this peak, it's almost like you're a ball flying up in the air. It reaches its apex and then it starts to go down again. And we can go back to that memory of heaviness and challenge and have it bring you down to the underworld with the knowledge that the strength in your legs are going to rebound you back up towards that hopeful memory, to the heavens, to the light. And you can even breathe out as you come up. Right? So it's that feeling. Okay. And then we reach that apex, and then we feel the weight of life dragging us down again to the underworld, to the darkness, to the unknown. But then again, the strength in our legs is there, and it brings us back up to hope, to light, to the heavens again. And we're, kind of the feeling. Okay. So now we're going to sit back down after that. So these are models of how we can respond to challenges. How did that feel to everyone so far? If you found this content helpful, please like and subscribe. You can look forward to more videos about how to overcome chronic illness and chronic pain.